It's round 2 of the championship at Wakefield Park in Goulburn, New South Wales, and it's interesting times. We're back to the 3-race format with an inverted top 10 in race 2, and we also have a completely resurfaced racetrack. After all, the lap records have been tumbling here this weekend, and this man, Steve Owen, the championship leader in the Tintercar Commodore, has been the one setting the pace. He won the first round on the streets of Adelaide in what was a one-off round, but it's hard to walk away when you're leading a championship, so he's back for round 2 of 7 for 2008.
It's a year-long deal now, so it's great. Tintercar have got right behind us, and we're backing from Beaumont Tiles. So yeah, we're interested and just going from strength to strength.
Well, there's a couple of main series drivers here in your garage, Paul Morris and Russell Ingall. Why are they here, and what sort of advice are they giving you?
Well, it's good to have those guys. You know, here obviously there's a wealth of experience. And those guys could just about drive a car from watching on the track. So it's good they're here running the Aussie race car, and it's also one of Paul Morris's own cars. So, you know, he takes quite an interest in seeing his cars go around, and it's great to have him here, and he's as enthusiastic about it as I am. So it's great to have that behind him.
Finally, your team owner, Scott Loadsman, well, you couldn't wipe the smile off his face at Clipsal. Is he really behind you wanting to do well this year?
Oh, he didn't really know what to expect. I mean, I've probably got a fairly low profile for most main series drivers, and when I turned up, they were like, oh, if we get the top 5, that'd be great. So to win both races and break lap record, you know, he just couldn't believe it. So for all the sponsors and Tintercar and everyone, you know, couldn't ask for a better result.
And the momentum just continues to roll for Steve Owen and the Tintercar team. He's picked up the Armour All Pole Position Award and $2,000 that goes with it. And he's broken the qualifying lap record by 1.5 seconds on this newly resurfaced circuit. 10 turns in total, and Will Davison joins me in commentary. This is a tight track for V8s.
It is one of the tightest circuits we have in the country. Freshly resurfaced, the times are much quicker. Really important to get the setup right in the car. Got to get a car that changes direction, that stops well and puts the power down well, especially out of that final turn 10.
Let's take a look at the highlights of race 1 for the weekend. Grant Denyer, a career best qualifying performance on the front row of the grid, along with Steve Owen, Dean Canto and Jonathan Webb from the second row of the grid. The Tintercar Commodore led them through down into turn 1. 29 cars this weekend for round 2 of the championship, and on cold tyres, Dean Canto, the 2-time series champ in the Howard Racing Falcon, he got by Grant Denyer, but already Steve Owen was clearing away. Jonathan Webb, the Stone Brothers Ford, was next to slip on by the Summit Fleet Leasing Falcon from the Matthew White team, and then Jack Perkins, the Mack Trucks Commodore, second in the championship. He slipped on through too, but there were problems for Grant. The Falcon had an engine problem and he slipped further and further back through the field. Ultimately, he had to retire. David Reynolds, the Carrera Cup champ from last year, coming to grips with the V8s, made a nice move on Mark McNally down at turn 10. And then this at turn 9, Marcus Sukanovic in the newly reliveried No Fear Commodore created his own dust storm on the exit of turn 9 after qualifying position 11, but no one could touch Steve Owen. 3 consecutive race wins after taking 2 wins on the streets of Adelaide in the opening round. Dean Canto home in second spot from Jonathan Webb. Tim Slade very solid in 7th. And Sam Walter for Greg Murphy Racing rounded out the top 10.
It didn't go so well. Great start, but we got away and just in the first lap just apparently did a rocker. So you could see us all get gobbled up on the straights and no point pushing on. So just park it, and it's just a motor race, you know. We'll pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off and go again.
After the break, we reverse the top 10 for race 2.